And he's off screen.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio.
So grossed out by what's across from me.
I really wish you guys, this past week the YouTube videos blew up, but you have to watch the YouTube videos. If you perhaps see us on My City TV every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 o'clock, you can see all the crazy antics I do just to get Corey's jollies going crazy. Like, he just gets all like
I don't know what that means.
in a frenzy whenever I start.
It's flustered.
When I start dancing and gyrating and all this weird
tizzy?
stuff. He
In a
is in a
tizzy?
tizzy. He gets in a tizzy.
I'm in a tizzy.
You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
Nico,
You're listening to us on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1,
Sister stations.
and worldwide at.
Well, no, I don't. IRLoneStar.com.
That's right. That's
Stole
right.
my voice.
NerdThugRadio.com. See it all. See
my
it
thing.
all.
That's my
All right,
thing.
DLG, we're halfway through the show. So that means we are at the weekly top 3. Boom, dum, boom, 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 dum, boom, boom, dum, boom, boom.
Wow, there's like an intro there. Okay.
Boom, 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 tick, tick, boom, tap, boom, boom, ta, ta, boom, boom, tick, boom, boom, ta, boom.
Get a towel, dry yourself off, hop on with us. We're doing this off the top. We're rolling around. We're having a good time. Weekly top 3. That's what we do because this is my line. So it's a weekly top 3. It's water involved. Everybody's wet, but everyone's having a ball. We're doing this favorite water moments on movies. Nico's first because he's always just awful. I lost it. I was rolling that one. That was a good one. I had a good one going for a minute there.
Ooh, I love this. This is my favorite part of the show. Show over. I'm done.
Right,
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. You. Yeah. That was like you did like an Angels and Airwave like 2-minute intro.
They're working on a new album, by the way,
Why?
because they're awesome.
No, you know why? Because Blink-182 went on tour and
now
he blew
Tom's
them
all-
off, and he thought they were going to stay at home.
Yeah.
You know he thought they were going
Tom's
to stay
like,
at home.
well, I'm out of money and I need to find more aliens, so let's make an album.
I don't even think he's out of money. I think he got his feelings hurt because when he told Blink that he wasn't going to go on tour, I think he really thought that they were going to be like, oh, okay, well then we won't make another album and go on tour.
Like, nah. Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Incorrect.
Hey, Skiba, what you doing, Skiba?
Right. They made a phone call. They brought a guy in. They said they dropped like 25 tracks before they picked the album out.
Oh,
Pretty good.
jeez, that's
Right,
a lot of.
right. He said that
Right.
they said they were having a blast making the album. Then they go on tour. They play the
fun.
rodeo. They're having a blast. And all of a sudden, Tom DeLonge keeps getting asked, "Hey, how come everyone's having fun without you?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I'm doing other stuff."
I don't need those guys.
Right now,
searching for
guys at all.
aliens.
now suddenly, Angels and Airwaves is in studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about a salty ex-girlfriend.
And we digress to the weekly top 3 in honor of all of the rain we had over the weekend. The weekly top 3 consists of our 3 favorite movies that involve water. I come from the water. The worst of us goes first. Nico DLG, you're number 3.
Jaws.
Oh, that's
You just stole
yeah.
Corey's
that's
thunder.
terrifying. That is awful.
Right.
You just changed the whole outlook of Corey's life.
I don't know why
Right.
you would do that.
Right. Yeah.
that's Corey's
it's a
least favorite
solid
movie.
horror movie. Got good Muppets in it.
Good Muppets.
Yeah.
Keep going.
That's like
Yeah.
the most cold-blooded Muppet ever.
Right. Yeah.
I would like to see Jaws in the Muppet Show now. Now that you've said that,
It's like a little. Hey guys, it's me, Kermit the Frog here. with My
Right.
good friend Jaws.
This is Kermit the Frog here.
right,
This is my friend Joss. Ah!
right.
And he's just gone for the rest. He's missing like an arm like for the rest of the
So,
episode.
so you know what's interesting about the movie Jaws
Yes, I do.
is this movie, if it were made today, would have been 1,000 times worse
Right.
because at
Bad
the
shark
time,
movies.
they had a shark robot that Spielberg had spent a lot of money on.
Right.
They'd worked really hard on building this thing.
Right.
And it almost
most-
never worked.
The most advanced Muppet image who ever exists.
Right, and so they named it Bruce after the lawyer, after Steve Spielberg's lawyer. 'Cause
Nice.
He has a shark. And so Bruce, though, didn't work 70% of the time. So there's all these scenes where they were going to show a shark. There were all these scenes where they were going to have Bruce eat somebody. And because the shark never worked, all these scenes were acted out in the water. So you never saw a shark. Like in the beginning when the girl gets dunked in the dark water and she just disappears and the hand washes up on shore later.
Right.
There was supposed to be a shark in that scene. No shark. So
No
the movie,
shark.
That's called making do with what you got.
Well, the movie.
well, the movie's
changed-
way scarier that way. No. It was the first summer blockbuster. It started the summer blockbuster trend.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, but it would have been way worse today because they would have had CG budgets and you would have seen the shark every scene
right.
instead of building up the suspense. Because one of the
So it would have been like Sharknado.
yeah, because there would have been sharks everywhere. But because they didn't have that ability back then, they instead made a really suspenseful, scary movie. And finally, the shark shows up like 4 times at the end, and you're like, "Oh my god, that shark is huge!" But But they didn't have a shark
Wow.
to use for most of the movie, hence why it was such a scary.
Again, your mind's eye can project something so much scarier with what you can show.
Exactly.
Wow, that's deep.
But nowadays,
deep.
The inner machinations of my mind.
but
are
nowadays
an
they
enigma.
CGI.
Show us what you got.
Show me what you got.
Now they CGI everything, and so
Right,
now
yeah, it's like, oh, that's not
yeah, it's
exciting.
like, meh.
Like,
All
think of Signs if they never showed the aliens.
No, I think Signs was perfect. That was the right amount of alien.
Right
I think
about.
right at the end.
Yeah, totally. Because if you never see an alien, then you're not sure if it really happened.
Right.
Solid
You
point.
have to know just a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little.
All right, DLG, you're number 3.
Hunt for Red October.
Submarines.
Submarines.
Submariners.
The reason this is one of my favorite movies,
It's because Sean O'Connery.
he's in it. He's on Denzel Washington, though.
Yeah.
But also this movie, it's a little further down the list, but you
Denzel.
stole one of my spots.
I did.
So I had to bump a guy up.
Bump it.
But
bump it up.
they do a lot of comic book references in this movie. They actually have a whole argument about who made the better Silver Surfer, and Denzel settles it with the classic, come on, we all know Kirby's Silver Surfer was the best. But the other part of it is just
Kirby.
the reality. I started thinking about this the other day. Aside from a couple of scenes,
Submarines.
80% of this movie is in one set, one location,
Yeah.
and it's still incredibly tense. Think about the 80s when we didn't know what was going to happen. The Russians were going to nuke us at any time. I guess it's like just now with North Korea. You never know what's going to happen.
Hunt for Red October Part 2.
Right. Like the tension.
Featuring Jaden Smith.
Oh, my God.
He's Jeff Goldblum.
He's just saying like
how-
his like weird lines like the
How
entire movie.
awful.
And Jeff
How
Goldblum.
our mirrors are real by.
First of all, if Jeff Goldblum and Jane Smith were in a movie together, there would never get anywhere. Like they would spend an hour just talking about butterflies and chaos effect and like Life Finds a Way, and they never get to
Did you see the Rick and Morty episode last week when they're like on somewhere and there's the Jeff Goldblum head?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great stuff. Sorry.
Jeff Goldblum.
There's our Rick and Morty reference.
Man, did you see all the different cybernetics he has now? Like, what's going on there?
I don't know.
There's going to be more to that.
There's
He got
gots
stabbed
to
in
be.
the chest though.
He did.
There's gots to be.
But anyway, yeah, all of it's all like in one place, but it's a really tense movie. They keep like having revolts on the boat.
That's not my Rick.
Yeah, summer, yeah. But it's crazy. It's a really intense movie
It is. It's a good one.
for a tight situation too, because you're right. When you're in a submarine at the bottom of the ocean, like anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
All right, what do you got?
My number 3 is the 19. I think it's the 80 version.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the 1980 version of the Blue Lagoon. The young 14-year-old Brooke Shield.
Is she really 14?
She was 14 in that movie.
But she's like,
Naked.
yeah.
She had to go before Congress and testify that those were actually her stunt doubles and not actually her.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I just like
I didn't know that.
it's a great book in itself, like a novel.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
And
It is.
then, I mean, that's the newest version is the 80 version. And I just remember being like 12-year-old Joey Savage and like, oh my God, this movie's awesome. Because, the girl's getting naked in it.
Right.
And that guy has done nothing. Like, nothing.
Man, it is so weird to watch old movies because here's one of two things happens. Either you see a bunch of people who are now famous in like weird small roles. It's like, why is Robert Downey Jr. their waitress?
Right.
Like, or waiter, sorry.
He's a waitress now.
Like,
He could be a waitress. Come
yeah,
on. This
why
is
not?
2017.
Right, but it wasn't then. But like, it's just weird when that happens. And then the other way when it's like, why was this guy the lead? Because he never did anything again.
Right. This movie made $58 million in 1980.
Wow. You know how much money that is today?
A lot more than that.
$7. $7.
$4
It's
million
appreciated
budget.
a lot.
$50 million.
If you have $58 million in 1980 right now in your pocket, $7.
I don't know if I believe you right now.
$7.08.
No, I don't
At
believe
least
you.
at least 10, right?
No. The $50 million, you spent a lot of it on other stuff. You now only have $7.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, $7.
You maybe,
$7.08 exactly.
but not these people.
Look, in 1984, I had $55 million to my name.
In 1984, you had nothing in your name.
I had $55 million
You
to my
were
name,
4 months old.
and then
You had a trust fund that your mom then took out to buy a horse for herself. Nico, what's your number 2?
Finding Nemo.
I have $7 on my bank account.
Finding Nemo. I freaking hate that movie.
You really?
Really?
I don't like it.
Nemo touched the butt.
Yeah, I don't like Finding Nemo at all.
What?
I don't know. Just don't like it. But go ahead. Tell us how much you love it.
Yeah, it was great. It
Well,
was
now he doesn't want to.
Right, yeah. All right, that's it, guys.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Finding Nemo.
That's
All
the
right.
whole point, Corey DLG.
But like, that was a great movie.
Right. He travels the entire ocean.
Oh,
On his
wow.
own.
Goes to
With-
Sydney,
Yay.
Australia.
He's a fish. He's supposed to travel the ocean.
No,
when you're
that's
a
not what fish
clownfish.
do. Yeah, not when you're a crippled
He should have been
clownfish.
telling
Right.
jokes instead. Clownfish. Come on.
Clowns don't tell
Come
jokes.
on.
They do physical comedy.
They could tell jokes.
No,
They
those
are
are
a joke.
comedians.
I want to see a mime who has had a stroke before.
I don't.
I wonder how that would look translate into art.
That
I don't know why.
I don't.
That would
This
be
is
sad.
very
Yeah.
dark. I don't.
What kind of? What is
anything
this?
to derail this Finding Nemo story here.
I loved Finding Nemo though.
I just wasn't a big fan.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it did great. And then after that movie came out, everywhere you went, every kid, no matter what fish they saw, they're like, Nemo! No, that's
Right.
not a clownfish. That's a piranha.
So are you mad about accuracy?
I'm
Like,
mad
I
about
don't
the
know.
whole thing. I don't know.
Everything.
I didn't
I'm
dig
mad.
it. I didn't dig it at all.
For a guy who's
It's an ocean.
super dad.
Yeah, my kids don't like Nemo either. They're
You got
smart.
a weird stance on this.
They don't
kid's
even like
movie.
Finding Dory.
Well, yeah. If you didn't like Nemo, why would you like Dory?
And if I find out this movie that I'm thinking in my head is not on your top 3, I'm gonna bring The Rain down on you.
The Rain.
The Rain,
I don't
just like
know what
happened
to
over
say.
the
This is
weekend.
the water episode. Get it?
No,
Right.
It's all connected.
Oh, thanks.
It's a joke.
We're doing a bit
Yeah, duh. Jeez, where are you guys at? Like, where have you been all day?
here.
No, you haven't.
Here, I've been here all day.
My favorite movie is the future Aquaman movie that hasn't come out yet.
Aquaman.
That's my favorite one.
Do you know they released a quote from the director who said that one of the difficulties of filming Aquaman,
Was it's all in the water?
right?
Makes sense.
I'm so surprised.
He lives in the water.
Like I'm trying to mentally walk through the discussions he had with himself before he took this movie.
Right.
Where did he not think it was going to be in water? Like,
Guess not.
What did he think they were going to shoot?
What if Aquaman was just on the land all the time?
The whole time.
Now,
entire
now part of it, like I know they CG a ton.
What
like,
if we do the water stuff and cartoon and then live action when he comes on land?
I would watch that movie first of all.
Would you?
I would totally watch
Yeah,
that
I
movie.
would too.
That's how they did the SpongeBob movie. When they were on the land,
That's
everyone
true.
was people,
They
and then when
did.
they were underwater,
That's
it was
not
all
on anybody's
2D.
top 3. But let's take a break real quick. We got to go out. When we come back, we'll get into Corey DLG's 2s and 1s and the same thing for me, Joey Savage. You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio.
Ooh, ooh.
How's Moana?